What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and in this one we are back with Walter's World, talking about the mistakes that tourists make in Germany. Love his videos, and before we dive into this one, if you happen to enjoy, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and let's dive right into it.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Freiburg, Germany. And today what we have for you are the mistakes that tourists make when they come here to Germany. And I know we've got the 10 culture shocks and we have the don'ts of travel. Well, these are just the little tiny mistakes that tourists make that might take away from their great time here visiting Germany, okay? And the first mistake I see tourists make when they come here to Germany is they think Germans are cold. Look, Germans are not cold. They're hard to make friends with. That I will not deny. But the thing is, once you make a German friend, they're a friend for life, okay? They will be by your side till the end. And what's cool about it is I kind of think of the Germans more like an M&M. They've got this hard candy shell on the outside, and it's hard to break through. But once you break through that shell, it's really easy to become really good friends with a German. So think of it this way. On the outside of that candy shell, it's called Bekannte, or acquaintance. But once you break through, you can be a true Freund, a really good friend. And they will be with you until the end. So do not think they're cold. That's one of the biggest mistakes that tourists make, because Germans can be fantastic people. Take my word for it, okay? Now, the second mistake tourists make when they come to Germany is they think when Germans are speaking German, they're actually yelling. Well, that's not just the case. It's just German. German is not necessarily the most romantic language you hear. Like, how would you like to hear this? Ich liebe dich, mein Schatz. I love you, my treasure. Yeah, it doesn't really sound so sexy that way, right?
Nah,
and the thing is, when Germans speak, it does sound very brusque, and some tourists are like, are they mad at each other? Are they yelling at each other? No, silly, they're just speaking German. Now, the next mistake I see tourists make...
I feel like, number one, yes, I've heard that many times, right? Germans are not cold-hearted. Like, they get the perception of being cold-hearted, I guess, because it's harder to, like, kind of go up and make small talk from what I've heard. But once you make a friend with them, it's not an artificial friendship. It is an absolutely real friendship. You guys are friends for life. It is not a surface level friendship. It's absolutely incredible when you become a friend for life with a German, is what I've heard in multiple videos. And then the second one, the German language. I guess I've never really heard Germans speaking to each other in German. So I guess I can't really comment on that one, to be honest. I don't know if it sounds like yelling. But I feel like movies or TV shows I've seen, them speaking German is like portrayed as them, like, where it sounds like that, them yelling. So let's continue, see what else he's got.
And you see this a lot here in a place like Freiburg. We have a lot of biking, and that is getting in the way of a German on a bike. Look, if it's a bike path, leave it alone, okay? That is for bike paths only. But the thing is, the Germans will go out on their bikes on the bike path, or on the road, or on the sidewalk. And if you're in front of them, either expect a little ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, like a really rude, like, little bell ringing on their bikes, or a good old hello, you'll hear that. That's when you'll hear some yelling from them, okay? But just realize, Germans and bikes, you gotta be careful. Now, another thing is you might not want to do bikes going around. You're probably going to use public transportation here in Germany. Because I'll be honest, the öffentliche Verkehr, the public transportation here in Germany is fantastic. It goes all over the place. A lot of times you just walk in with your ticket. You don't have to worry about too much. It's really great. But the mistake that tourists make are that they think that the Germans will let them get off the public transportation before they come in. Look, you've got to be ready for your stop, and you got to be ready to get out when it's your turn to get out, because they're not going to wait for you. You got to, like, shove your way through out of the S-Bahn or the U-Bahn or the bus or the tram. Just know that. And again, it's not about being rude. It's just the way it is, because Germans and lines, they don't do a really good job with that, especially coming from a place like the UK or the US, where it's very much, we have our line and we stick in our line. Oh, no. Here it's like a gaggle of Germans just waiting to get in, okay? Now, the next mistake I think tourists make...
That's kind of, like, surprising to me, considering, like, Germany, I've heard in many videos, is rules and regulations, and it's like, we won't even cross at a crosswalk until that light is green and everything. And so, my thing is, are, like, the trains, will they, like, leave you if you don't get on by a certain amount of time? Will these trains go ahead and bounce? Because other than that, I don't understand why you wouldn't let the people who are at that stop get off before you start, like, I guess, shoving your way in. Allow them to get off. It sounds like would be, like, more efficient way. But if that train's gonna leave you, then I understand. Hey, I got to do what I do to get. I got to do what I got to do to get on this train before it take off without me. So I would love to hear about that one in the comment section. That would sound interesting. And I've definitely heard many things about don't get in that German bike path. Hey, don't do it. Don't do it.
Here it's like a gaggle of Germans just waiting to get in, okay? Now, the next mistake I think tourists make when they come to Germany is they think Germany is just beer, and it's not.
True.
You actually realize Germany makes some really fantastic white wines, you know, like the Rieslings.
Ooh.
If you get a chance to take a Rhine tour or go on a tour of the Mosel, go to a city like Cochem or a town like Cochem to go see the wine production, you will fall in love with the wines here in Germany. So don't think it's just beer, okay? There's a lot more than that. But a mistake I see tourists do make when they actually are having beer is they don't make eye contact when they cheers. Because in Germany, when you go Prost or whatever you like to say, you always must make eye contact. Otherwise, you can have a few years of bad experiences. And another mistake I see tourists make when they're ordering beer here in Germany is they order a national brand like Beck's or Warsteiner. What you have to realize is when you're traveling throughout Germany, every city, every town has its own brewery, and you should be drinking the local beer from there. For example, if you're in Braunschweig, you should be drinking Wolters Pilsner. If you're in Berlin, you should have Berliner Kindl. You have all these local breweries, and so enjoy those when you are here in Germany, because you probably won't be able to have them when you're outside of Germany. That's when you can have your Beck's and Warsteiner. Have the local stuff when you're here, okay? Now, going back to a mistake I see people make on the...
So, hey, when you drink, first of all, Germany's not just beer. Have incredible white wines. I feel like Germany just has such an incredible reputation for beer that I guess the white wines probably just gets lost in all the amazing beer that is there. But, hey, when it comes to the beer, you and me, eye contact, cheers. Don't forget that. Also, order from the local breweries. Wherever you're in, drink what's local. Try new things. Be open to it. Don't just order the same beer brand every single time. No. You never get to find out all the amazingness of all the beers if you do that. Order locally. What else we got?
The trains. Because what you have to realize when you take the ICE or the fast trains here, you don't have to get a seat reservation. You can just buy a ticket and go. And so sometimes the trains have way more people than there are seats. So the mistake I see people make is they don't buy a seat reservation. I mean, it's like a few euros to make your life so much easier. Pay the money to get the reservation. Otherwise, you might be standing the whole way or sitting by the exit door on the ground with a bunch of other people. No, make sure you get that reservation.
That don't sound
and don't
fun.
be afraid when you see someone sitting in your seat to say, excuse me, that's my seat. They'll be like, I don't believe you. Like, look, I've got my reservation, because the people that work on the train, on the Deutsche Bahn, they will ask them to leave too, so you'll get your spot. So don't be cheap.
Okay.
Spend that like 2 or 3 euros to get that reservation to have that nice seat on the nice trains. Now, the next mistake I see tourists make when they come to Germany is they confuse the inattentive service of Germans to being unprofessional, which isn't true. Look, what you have to realize when you come to Germany, it's not the kiss your butt, you are a god kind of thing that you have in the US or the UK. Here, the people, the servers are there to help you make your order or buy your clothes, and that's it. They're not going to go any farther than that. But what's great about it is they are educating what they're selling, about the foods they have and things like that. So if you have any questions, like, hey, what would go good with this? They'll let you know. If you need another different size of clothing, they'll be glad to get it for you, because they are very professional and well educated in what they're doing. But don't expect it to think it's like over the top friendliness. They don't do that. But don't think it's because they're trying to be mean to you or something. That's just how service is here. It's more kind of efficient effectiveness versus over friendliness. Now, another mistake.
Basically, if you need something, just ask. That's what it sounds like. Basically, you need something, just ask. They're not going to come up to you like, hey, you need anything? Hey, everything good? It just continuously coming up to you, asking if you need anything. You need anything? Get a hold of somebody. Ask for it. They're not kissing your butt. They're not worshiping you. They're not being over the top friendly. No. They're there to work, do their job. So if you need it, it sounds like they're more than willing to do their job, and they're more than willing to help you if you ask for it. But don't just expect them to come up when you don't ask. And then the train, I'd pay the extra euros for a seat reservation, because your boy do not got good feet and ankles to be standing still in one place for too long. I'm just not made for it. And I'm not sitting on the ground. So pay them euros.
I see tourists make has to do with they're at their hotels, and that is expecting more than cold cuts and sliced cheese with some bread or rolls in the morning. Look, sometimes
that would be
you have
tough.
Spiegeleier, like scrambled eggs or some boiled eggs and stuff like that. But honestly, German breakfast really is cold cuts and slices of cheese on bread. And that's what we have here. I mean, that's how it is. And honestly, if you talk to any hoteliers in the US, the UK, they'll let you know that German tourists will ask them all the time, where's your Brötchen, the rolls, and where's the ham and the cheese? That's what I want. Because that's what breakfast is here. And a lot of tourists come here and they're kind of disappointed because they're looking for their pancakes and waffles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's not how it works here, okay? But the thing is, those rolls, go and try some of them. They're fantastic with the seeds on them, the different flavors. Oh my gosh, they're so good. So just fall in love with the bread and you'll be all good, okay? Now, another mistake that I've made too many times in my years living here in Germany is never, ever wish a German happy birthday before their birthday.
I've heard that.
Because it's like the most bad luck. Like, you want me to have a bad birthday? You want me to die before my birthday? Kind of like greeting you can give someone. So just make sure it's always better to be late when it comes to birthday wishes than early, because they will not appreciate it. And that kind of goes along with another mistake tourists make when they come here, and that is thinking that time isn't important. Look, in Germany, being on time is vital. When a meeting starts at 9 o'clock, it's not you show up at 9. It is you are already sitting at the meeting table with everyone, with all your documents out, your computer up, ready to go 5 minutes before 9. So at 9 o'clock, the meeting starts. Not the hellos, but we actually start getting down to business. So make sure if you're getting invited to a German's house, you're going to be meeting people for dinner, you are on time. That part is very important. The birthday thing, you can wish them a happy birthday after the birthday, okay? Now, going back to the...
I'm big on definitely punctuality, just because I believe 100% time is important, and I don't want to waste my time. Therefore, I would never want to waste someone else's time, because I understand how valuable time is to people. So I hate being late. I hate when people are late. I hate when things don't go as planned. I'm a very routine person. Things need to happen at a certain time. I have my entire day set up, and when I need to finish things, when I plan to start things, and if anything comes to shake that up, it annoys the life out of me. So if we plan something and you're not on time, or it doesn't end on time, the time that it's supposed to, it is very frustrating for someone like me. I'm sorry. That's just how I operate. I don't know. It's just how I am. But the birthday thing, I've heard that, and I guess every culture has their thing. That one, I don't really believe in like superstitions or luck or anything like that, so that wouldn't really bother me. But the food, I need like a hot breakfast. I would try the rolls, definitely. I would try the rolls, try the bread, try everything. And I'm sure there will be some things I enjoyed. But for the most part, I love a hot breakfast. Nothing beats a hot breakfast for me. I don't care if it's pancakes, if it's waffles, if it's eggs and bacon, sausage, omelet, something. I just like, I don't know. I guess it's because of what I'm so used to. I like a hot breakfast.
With public transportation, I have another mistake people make is, one, they do not validate their tickets when they're taking the S-Bahn or the U-Bahn or the tram. Look, when you buy a ticket for different things, whether you're Berlin or Munich or other places, you're going to get your ticket. And some of them will, they'll already say it's validated, but some of them you have to punch the ticket to validate it to get it going. Because though you can just walk on the trains and the U-Bahns and stuff like that and the subways and things, that doesn't mean that they don't have checkers occasionally. And so if you don't do that, you might find someone with a badge going, hey, where's your ticket? If you don't have it, you can get a fine, okay? So make sure you don't forget to validate your ticket. Also, when you're buying your tickets for the bigger cities like Berlin or Munich, make sure you know which zones you're going to be in, because you might be going into different zones and you might have a ticket, but it doesn't cover that zone, and so you might get a fine for that. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but I do want you to be careful with that. Now, another thing with the tickets I would want to mention, a mistake that people make, is they just take the ICEs or the fast trains. Look, if you're going to be just traveling around a region like in Bavaria or around Brandenburg or something like that, get the Landesticket or the land ticket, like a state ticket. And what it does, it lets you kind of travel on the slower trains as much as you want for one day. But it's like up to 5 people. Like I talk about the Bayern ticket a lot because you can see a lot in Bavaria on the local trains. So why not pay 50 or 60 euros to get like 5 people for a whole day going around, and you can see stuff instead of spending 50 euros on one ticket for one person going one way on the ICE. Okay, so don't make that mistake. Use those tickets, especially if you got a group of people to do day trips. It really helps out. Now, when you're
that sounds a lot cheap. Give me the slow trains. If I'm just gonna stay in a region all day, give me the slow train. Let's get this ticket together. I guess even if you were by yourself, at the end of the day, if you're paying 50 to go one way, you may as well just pay for the day pass if you're just staying in the region. Even yourself, 50 euros, now you got a whole day worth of traveling. Cool. But invalidating your tickets, that definitely sounds very important. I wouldn't want to have to pay any fines for forgetting to validate and making sure that I'm in the right zone. So, sound good to me.
When around Germany, you might notice that sometimes your beer has one price, but they don't give you enough change back. Well, I have a little mistake that tourists make when they're here, and that is they don't return their beer glass or their Christmas mug or their glass or something like that, or their bottle from a drink or something like that. Because in Germany, they have this thing called Pfand. It's a deposit. And I know in the U.S. we have deposits on some bottles in some states, but they're like 5 cents, 13 cents. Here in Germany, you might have 2 or 3 euro deposit on that Christmas mug that you need to take back. So it can add up. So don't make the mistake of forgetting to take those things back, because you can get some good money back for those. And my last don't for you is don't think you don't have to move if you're sitting at somebody's Stammtisch. Look, a Stammtisch is a reserved spot for a group of people, and a lot of times at the beer gardens or the beer halls and stuff like that in different places, you'll see a little sign maybe on the table or next on the wall by the table saying, this is Heinrich's group's Stammtisch. What a Stammtisch is it just means that, look, if that group comes, they get this table. They may have paid for the table or rented the table or whatever. That's their thing. And I know when you're a tourist, you're like, wait, I'm already sitting here. No. Doesn't work that way here in Germany. Those Stammtisches, that's reserved for them if they show up. If they don't show up, it's no big deal, but I just want you to have a heads up for that. Anyway, these are just some little mistakes I've seen tourists make coming to Germany over the years, and I want to help you not make those mistakes, so I hope it does help you out. If you see other mistakes that tourists make when they come to Germany, please put it in the comment section below so we can help out other tourists not make these little mistakes so they can have a better time here in beautiful cities like here in Freiburg or other parts of Germany. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Really appreciate a thumbs up and a subscription. If not, it's totally cool. We got tons more travel videos out there to help you travel wherever you're going in the world. Anyway, if you do that subscribe button, we do put out new travel videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'll say tschüss from here in Freiburg.
That was so cool. So, I mean, just with all of his different videos, you get to learn so much about what not to do in Germany, what to do in Germany, what to check out. And this one was just mistakes tourists make in Germany. So, if anybody plans on traveling to Germany from a country abroad, he just broke down. He just gave you some valuable golden nuggets that you can take with you to help you avoid these mistakes and have the best possible time that you can in Germany. Also, if y'all, like you said, Germans, if y'all got any mistakes y'all see tourists make, drop it in the comment section. I would love to know. One day, I hope to be able to travel to Germany, just to experience the country. I think it would be really cool. But that's all we have. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out that next one. I'll see you guys next time.